Hello everyone, Max here with Fiction Rant to bring you something a little different and hopefully fun. My most popular series so far has been the Star Trek versus Star Wars debate, and I have plans to do a long-form video about it, but it'll be very long and a ton of work, so I haven't quite finished even scripting the thing yet. In the meantime though, I thought, what does ChatGPT think about the question? So I created an account and asked, in a fight between the Enterprise D from Star Trek versus an Imperial II Star Destroyer from Star Wars, who wins? It gave me the typical response you hear from anyone trying to avoid annoying one fandom or another by saying that there hasn't really been an official crossover, so a real comparison is impossible. So I decided to start refining my question by asking, assuming that both ships are capable of harming one another, and utilizing canonical speeds, ranges, special abilities, and tactics of each side, who wins in a fight? It helpfully gave me a list of generalized specifications on both ships and basically repeated the same responses the first time. My third question is where things got interesting. I refined my criteria further by saying, and this was all from my memory, but it was approximately correct based on the research, but the numbers are maybe a little bit off. I said, phasers have an effective range of 120,000 kilometers, and turbolasers have an effective range of 1,200 kilometers. Both kinds of weapons are capable of damaging the shields and armor of their opponents. The Enterprise has a cruising speed of 1/4 the speed of light. Star Destroyers have no cruising speed but can accelerate at 2,000 G. So, granted, the acceleration I gave for the Star Destroyers I made up, but it was based on giving them about half the acceleration of a TIE fighter, so I think that I'm actually being pretty generous here. This time, ChatGPT not only did a bit of analysis, but also gave me a possible scenario, which unfortunately involved it totally ignoring the speed capabilities I provided regarding the Enterprise. That said, it did acknowledge that the Enterprise has a significant range advantage and said that the fight would come down to a game of cat and mouse, with the Enterprise trying to maintain a distance while the Star Destroyer rapidly attempted to close the gap. I decided to clarify one more thing. I said that the Enterprise can achieve its cruising speed of 1/4 the speed of light within seconds. Now ChatGPT seemed to finally get it. In this scenario, it fully acknowledged that the Star Destroyer would be at a significant disadvantage against the Enterprise, but interestingly, it also pointed out that the kryptonite to this whole debate is that the outcome of this kind of matchup really depends on the writers. So the verdict from ChatGPT regarding ship-to-ship combat between the Enterprise and an Imperial II Star Destroyer is basically that the Enterprise pretty much wins, but plot armor is amazing, so the writers can make whoever they want win in whatever circumstances. Okay, fair enough. I decided at this point to help contextualize ChatGPT's conclusions a bit by posing what I think would be a hilariously unfair fight. I asked, who wins in a fight, Darth Vader from Star Wars or Commander Worf from Star Trek? ChatGPT helpfully provided the strengths of each character and rightly pointed out that Vader would have a significant advantage in this fight, but ultimately concluded that the outcome of the battle would depend on the circumstances and the creative decisions of the writers. I don't want to get bogged down in the level of hoop-jumping speculation that would be required for Worf to actually win a 1v1 fight versus someone who can precognitively determine what he's going to do, pick him up or choke him at a distance, move supernaturally quickly, and cut through any weapon Worf might bring to the fight, but I appreciate that ChatGPT is trying so hard to be even-handed about all of this. I decided to further refine the question and ask, what if it was a man-to-man fight with zero prep, just a lightsaber and a bat'leth? Hilariously to me, ChatGPT concluded that Vader's force mastery would give him only a slight advantage in combat. Slight? But that Worf's strength and combat expertise would make him a formidable opponent. Okay, so ChatGPT might not be the most reliable source for me to use in further matchups. That's all for now, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this little experiment as much as I did, and until next time, live long and prosper, and may the Force be with you.